If your 7-iron feels amazing one day and then awful the next, you're not alone. We want more consistency. Let's jump in. The first issue that we want to resolve is bad contact. It's low point. Are you hitting the ground behind the ball, or are you hitting it thin or even topping your 7-iron? Well, that's where this next drill is going to change everything. So if we're hitting a golf ball from there, you're going to fold up your towel and you're going to put it about 6 inches behind the ball. We're hitting the ball that way. And what's really important about this is it changes the angle of attack and it helps you get more consistent in your strike down into the golf ball. So the objective here is to try and hit the ball without hitting the towel. And this is what it looks like when you get it wrong. So the key focus for you here is thinking about, where is my sternum? The sternum is the center of your chest. And generally this sits above the low point of the golf swing. So if this sits above the low point of the golf swing, we can't sit back into an iron shot. We have to keep the body rotating and we have to keep that chest, that sternum, either on top of or in front of the golf ball. You miss that towel, you've got much more chance of that sternum and that low point being in the right place. So tip number 2, we need to control the launch. If you're launching that ball too high with your 7-iron, it means your trail hand is becoming dominant and that ball balloons up too high and you're almost losing penetration and you're losing distance. The flight of the shot is really going to hurt you. At impact, if the hands are over the top of that golf ball, then we have very little compression at all. Now, you'll have heard this talked about. Compression, we need shaft lean. And simply put, that is just getting your left hand ahead of the ball at impact, and that creates shaft lean, therefore compression. We get a more penetrating launch and you end up getting more distance because the launch conditions are much, much better. So this is the drill when you're at the driving range. It's really simple. You're just going to make some half swings, but these half swings are going to have a purpose, and you need to make sure that your hands feel ahead of that ball when you make contact with it. So it'll look a little bit like this. It's just a half swing and you're going to concentrate on getting those hands ahead of that ball at impact. And all you're going to do is slowly integrate that process into your full swing. Distance control is the third one. It's really important that you can hit this 7-iron different distances on demand. We don't always have the perfect number when we're on a golf course. We may be downhill, we may be into wind. We have to change and think about different club selection, different ball flight selection. Let's say, for argument's sake, you hit your 7-iron 150. I want you to be able to hit your 7-iron 120 yards, 135 yards, and 150 yards on demand. And the only thing you need to change is swing length. Tempo remains the same. This is a great skill set for you to develop to start adding more shot selections to your golf bag. So I'm going to show you 3 different swings and 3 different distances. Full 7-iron. 187 yards. Tempo is going to remain the same. I'm just going to reduce that swing length slightly. 178. But it carried 165, so I've reduced the distance of that. So now I'm going to hit almost a bit of a knockdown shot. And the way I'm going to do this, I'm just going to grip down this club slightly, and that's just going to reduce the MOI of this club. So in effect, it's going to reduce the amount of club head speed. And I'm going to play the same swing that I just did. And what you'll see there is that ball dropping out the sky a little bit more. That's carried 152. And that has gone to 168. It's really key for your development for you to be able to start to play different shots and actually be able to control the distance and the ball flight much, much better. So to recap, ball first, shaft lean, and distance control. That's going to help you build consistent, solid ball striking with your 7-iron. but it doesn't just have to be your 7-iron. It can be all of your irons. Drop a comment if this helped you, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.